Faith Tightwad Hill, California Memorial Stadium in Berkeley. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Cal Golden Bears. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this. This is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Golden Bears will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. He'll bring it out. It's Arrington. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. Takes the handoff. It's Davison. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Pocket breaking down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. The run inside. It's Davison. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second.
He's loose. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And he's not going to take the touchback. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
He'll He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
With the catch, it's Johnson. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. It's on target and complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. And guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. And how about this defense keeping everything in front and making the sure tackle to turn it over on downs?
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They give it to him. First time this season for the transfer. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. All right, guys, let's talk a second about Cal. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job of game tackling as this game goes on.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Throwing Sangapolatelli. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand, they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It's 3rd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
That was a big 1st down for this offense. Like, your defense was just on the field a lot. And so to get a 1st down, to get that clock moving, to get them a little bit of rest, now getting maybe a little bit of a rhythm offensively.
Caught.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Sangapolitelli from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cal.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Arrington. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Reed on the play action. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down and run. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams, really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Could be an alley. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. He's piled up 65 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
And a big run for this offense. I tell you what, first game, first half, you want to create as many explosive runs, make the offense as easy as possible to start the season, and that will do it. Nice explosive play by this offense.
Pucks it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Now on 2nd and goal. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And he puts through the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
JKS. That's caught. It's Moore. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Firing to the right, complete. Breaks into the open. Inside the touchdown, Golden Bears. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Keep it on the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Across the 45. There's some room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. He now has 106 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And now a chance to pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. Reed. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Escapes the pressure going right. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. The extra point here would tie the game.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Sangapolatelli. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, when you got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
The Golden Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quick handoff. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Right back to the well. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Jaren Kiave Sangapolatelli. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sangapolatelli makes the grab. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Cal uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And the Golden Bears getting set on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Right back to the well. Got a little grass. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Cal will use its final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback may change this route. Throwing, Sangapovatelli. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snagged on the outside. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Throwing, Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ohio Bobcats taking on the Texas State Bobcats. And it's the Bobcats setting score records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Cal's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Making side adjustments here. JKS. The short hands. It's Perry. Gets away from one. Finds some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Makes a pass to Marker. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Cal! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Fielded in the end zone, it's Arrington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And they can't make the play on third down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is. Now,
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Reed. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, on fourth down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your two-possession lead.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop it.
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And the Aggies will have it 1st and 10. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Buys a little extra time. Throwing on the run. Touchdown, Aggies! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone.
And I don't think you can out-throw this guy. I mean, just throw it as deep as you possibly can. Palmer, I don't think you have the arm for this guy because that dude can fly. Just throw it up down the field like he does right there, and he just goes and gets it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just don't have to overthink it, right, David? Just let your fastest guy run in a straight line, run by everybody, and make a big play down the field. That was just an easy fly route for the fastest player on the field, and, man, he makes the defense pay.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. That lead is now 10, down to a 2-possession game, and it's on this up. There he goes. running through contact. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
3rd quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Zings it complete to the right. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws.
He's looking deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link.
Finding some room. He now has 85 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The Golden Bears kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. The offense changing the play. Sangopolitelli throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Final play of the quarter coming. Running inside. It's Edwards. Picks up the 1st down. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Here's Reed to throw. With the catch, it's Edwards.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
On the ground, it's Davison. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the 1st down.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Running to Green, and he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
Work worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Reed. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davison. Got 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming. And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Run inside. It's Davison. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Gets it to the back. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Man, sometimes these receivers / running backs just make you look good. 3rd down, everything covered. Nice defensive coverage, drop back, taking away option 1, taking away option 2. But how about the running back slipping out of the backfield, catching the football behind the line of scrimmage, but giving great effort, making the big play for this offense to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they're not on the same page there.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Unloads to the right. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. They'll give it to him again. Shakes off the defender. Brought down after a big run, and that is a way to put an exclamation point on this one.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
Yeah, it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. They can't get it done, and it is over.